Hi everyone, in this tutorial we are going to look at some commands that Git offers. First of all, I'll go to my GitHub account. I have already logged into my account. Now I'll create a repository. I'll name it Group 7 Lab 1. This repo is created by Nilkumar Patel and and Rahul. I'll keep it public and initialize with a readme file. I'll create this repository now. Now first of all, I'm going to clone this repository to my computer. I'll copy this link, then I'll go to the folder where I want to clone this repository. I'll open git bash here and I'll write git clone and paste the link that I just copied. Here I go. This command will clone the repository locally into my computer. Now I can move into my project file using this command. Now this is my repository. I have created a folder in which all the files that I add into the repo will be shown here. Now first of all, I'll create a new file here and name it first.txt. This is a text document. I'll open it up and I'll just open it in Visual Studio Code so I can have some basic paragraphs, and here I can add some text, random text. Now I'll save this file, then I'll go to git and I'll write the command git add star. Basically this command will add all the files into its it's like a tunnel where we can later commit all the files, and using this command we can commit the file that we just created, and this will commit the file locally. Then later we need to push the local files into GitHub using git push command. Right now I'm giving the description as created a random text file. Now I'll enter. This created the commit, and now I can push this commit using git push origin master. Origin master basically means that we are pushing all the files into the master branch of our repository. Now I'll just enter, and yeah, it's uploaded into my GitHub account. Now I can just go ahead and refresh my repository on GitHub, and hopefully I'll be able to see my file that I just created locally, and it has the same exact paragraph that I just created. Now I'll just go ahead and delete this file because for this tutorial I'll need to create folder for myself. So I'll just delete this file and then I'll go to Git again, and I'll create a new folder with my name. It's Nilkumar Patel, and again in this folder I'll create a text file, and I'll name it first.txt. I'll open that up in Visual Studio Code, and again I'll do the same thing. I'll have 3 random paragraphs, and these are all the paragraphs that are written randomly for me, so I don't have to create one by myself. I'll just save this file, go to Github, and I'll write the command git add star. This will, as I explained earlier, this command will add all the files to my next commit. I can just commit with a message that says created folder for Nilkumar Patel and added a text file. Now I'll just push these changes to the server using we can directly use git push because we are on a master branch right now. And yes, those changes are pushed. Now I can just refresh the page to see the files that I created inside the Nilkumar Patel folder, and there it is. It's actually, I named it first.txt, and it was actually a text file. That's why it says .txt 2 times there. Now I'll edit this file locally on my computer, and yes, I'll add my name in the first paragraph, and I'll just save the file. Now I'll go to git CLI. I'll just write the git add star, or we can say that yes, that does the same thing, because we are actually moving into the Nilkumar Patel folder and adding the first.txt file into git. And if you don't have to use star, or if we are just editing only one file, then we can use this command to for that specific file and edit only that file to the commit. Now I'll just write that file edited in Nilkumar Patel folder. I'll hit enter, and I'll push these changes to GitHub. Now I'll go ahead and open up my browser and see if these changes are made into the file. And yes, my name is added in the first paragraph, so it's done. Now we can also delete the files that we have created, and we can delete from here as well. So I'll just open this file up, and I'll delete from here, from the browser, and I can write that deleted file on GitHub first.txt, just for later reference, and I'll commit these changes. I've committed the changes on the browser. Now I'll need to update my local data as well, so I'll just use git pull origin master. This command will pull all the changes made on the server to my local system. And yes, it's done. Now I'll go ahead and open up my file explorer, and we can see that the first.txt file is deleted from local area as well. Now there is a command called merge file. This command actually let us make the changes to the files that are created locally, and we can merge all the files together in order to update it to the latest version, because sometimes we are not sure about the code that we are writing, so this command is really helpful. Now I'll just create one more file. I'll name it third, and I'll open it up on VS Code again. I'll write something like Confederation College in the second file, and save this one. And in the third file I'll write ICT, which is the course that I'm pursuing, and I'll save this file as well. Now suppose that we are creating this second and third file as a new file in order to add it to the first.txt file later, and we are not sure about the code that we are writing in the second file. So what we are going to do is we are going to use merge file command, git merge file, which will actually let us first I'll need to go in my directory there. Yes, and now I can write git merge file, and I'll write all of the text files that I have in there. The first one is actually first.txt.txt, second is second.txt, and the third one is third.txt. Now I'll enter, and this command ran successfully, meaning my first.txt file is actually updated now. And you can see that VS Code is actually asking us to keep both changes or accept any one of the change. Now I'll keep both changes for this tutorial, and we can see that ICT has been added as a new line in the file that we had before. So I'll just save this file. I'll go to git, add this file. I'll add all of the files actually. Then I'll push, I'll commit first, and I'll write git merge file command has been demonstrated. Now I'll write my name here because 3 people actually working on this project, so all of them have to do the same things. So yes, all the changes have been made, and now I can push these changes to the server, and it's done. So what this git merge file actually did is that we had a second and third file, and we were not sure about the code that we wrote in the second file. That's why we created the third file, and third.txt will actually replace all the code in written in second.txt, and that will be appended to the first file that we created earlier, that is first.txt. And yes, that's all. Now I'll go to the browser and I'll refresh the page. You can actually see that in my folder there are actually 3 files, and it also says ICT, which means all of our code has been updated successfully. Now what I'll do is I'll create another branch using git here. A branch is basically the part of the code that we create as a feature, like we have a chat application and we want to add a feature for calling, and if we are not sure that this feature will work correctly or not, we'll need to create a branch first, and we can make all the changes that we need in the branch, so that the code that we wrote before, like the master branch, will not be updated. So I'll just create a new branch here using the command git branch Nilkumar temp. This is the name that I'm giving to this new branch. So this created a new branch for me, and now it says that I'm still in the master branch, so I can move into my new branch nilkumartemp by just writing git checkout nilkumartemp. Now it says that it's nilkumartemp, which means we are in our new branch. Now I can just go ahead and make all the changes that I need in my first.txt file. Now suppose I don't want this ICT, I need Confederation College instead. So I'll just make this change and save the file. Now I'll open git and add all the files for commit. Now I'll git commit new branch created and text file has been changed. Now I'll write my name in the brackets here, just make sure that I'm the one who's making the changes. And yes, it's added to the commit. Now we can push all the changes. This time we can write origin nilkumartemp. We are just mentioning that we are uploading these changes to the branch that we created. Origin is basically for the server that we have, and Nilkumar Patel shows the branch that we need to upload the changes to. So I'll just hit enter, and yes, hopefully all the changes will be uploaded to the new branch that we created. Now I can just refresh this page on GitHub, and we can see that a new branch has been added. First is the master, which is default, created when we create a repository. Now we can move into nilkumartemp branch, the new one that we created. Go to the text file that we had, and we can see that it says Confederation College instead of ICT. And let's suppose that was the only change that we wanted to make in the file that we created. Now let's actually check out to the master branch. I'll write git checkout master, and now we can see that we are in the master branch now. I'll open Visual Studio Code again, and we can see that it says ICT. It's ICT because in the master file it's still ICT, and we changed it to Confederation College in our nilkumartemp branch. Okay, so now I'll again let's say I'll make a change to this particular line, and I'll add ICT solutions for business here. So the one thing to keep in mind here is that I made the changes to the 6th line of this first.txt file. Now I'll git add star and git commit this change as edited file in master branch. Now write my name here, Nilkumar Patel. I'll hit enter. I'll push these changes. We are using master branch, so we don't need to mention it. And I'll just go ahead in my browser and refresh this page. Then we are actually in the master branch right now. You can go in the first.txt file. You can see that it says ICT solutions for business, and here I made the change to the same text file in my other branch, which is git. I'll just check out to that branch, nilkumartemp, and now in Visual Studio Code I'll open up the first.txt file which says Confederation College. Now one thing to keep in mind is that I made the change in 2 different files at the same location, and Git actually helps us in merging those branches as well. So I'll just again check out to the master branch. Okay, and now I'll try to merge these 2 changes together. Merge actually merges 2 branches together and edits all the files that have been edited in the branch that we created. So git merge nilkumartemp. So this command will merge the master branch and nilkumartemp branch that we created earlier together. And here we can see that there's a conflict. It says merge conflict in Nilkumar Patel first.txt. This is because after committing the changes, after creating a new branch, we made the changes to the same line of the code that we made the changes in the master branch. That's why the Git don't understand if we want to keep the changes that we created in master branch or in the nilkumartemp branch. So now, in order to remove this conflict, we can see that the text file has been edited. This is actually done by the Git itself, and this file has been edited to show that we need to keep any one of the changes that are shown here. So I can just so let's suppose that we want to keep ICT solutions for business, so I'll remove this code and I'll remove this headline as well. Now I'll again save the file. Actually I didn't remove that. Okay, now it's removed. Now I'll save this file and I'll again merge. Okay, so yeah, I'll just need to add all the files and push them to git commit solved the branch file conflict. I'll write my name in the brackets again. I'll enter git push. This actually pushes the change that we made, and now I can merge. Yes, it says already up to date, which means that we edited the file ourselves, so we actually solved the conflict. Now I can go ahead in my browser and see that the master branch has the first.txt file which says ICT solution for business. That's what we intended to do. Now I can go to nilkumartemp branch and it says Confederation College, which means the changes that we made in the master branch did not actually affect the other branch. So, and we can also see all the commits that we made to our code from here. There are actually 9 commits since I started the video, like and these are the descriptions that I wrote, the messages. Created a random file, created a folder, and I can just click on any of the commits. It also has a random code, and this is the code. So with this code we can refer to a particular commit that we make, and the green here shows the green color shows the text that I've added to the file, and if I delete any text from the file, it shows it in the red color. So I can actually show it to you in just a second. Yeah, here I added Nilkumar Patel, and it actually shows that we removed the first paragraph, then added a same paragraph with Nilkumar Patel at the front. Yes, that's all. So that means we can see all the commits that we make. That's good. It really helps if you have a big project. And now I'll just demonstrate how to delete a branch that we created. So I'll just write git branch, and this is the flag that we can use to delete a branch. Git branch d nilkumartemp. This has deleted the branch nilkumartemp, and but if we refresh the page here, they're actually both of the branches are showing up here because we did not push the delete change to the server yet. And we can do that using git push d nilkumartemp. Oh no, that's not the command. There we go. We have deleted the branch from here. Now I'll just refresh the page. We can see that there's the master branch itself only, and we don't have the Nilkumartemp branch now. So I think that was it for the tutorial now, and I'll just invite 2 of my friends here which are going to work on the same project. So I'll just go to settings and I'll invite them as collaborators. I'll go to manage access. I'll just confirm my password. There we go. I actually forgot my password the first time. I'll just invite the collaborators, which are my friends, which are going to work on the same. I'll search them by there's Chintan Trivedi. I'll add him, and I'll also add my other teammate. It's Chaitali Rahul, and I've invited them both. Now they should have gotten an email to accept the invitation that I just sent them. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Now I'm going to stop the recording, and thank you.